Hey everybody, it's Kyle here. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video I wanted to talk about the idea of using other people with CP as your marker of success when it comes to your own CP. And that's because lately I've been finding myself doing that. I have many friends with cerebral palsy, and I want them all to do well. But I also kind of measure, who's doing like ooh, that person's doing well. Like I need to be doing what they're doing. Tina, who you've met in previous videos, she is kind of my gold standard of like she's doing well, so like how well am I doing compared to her? Um, which I really shouldn't do because her journey with CP is completely different than my journey with CP. Especially because she recently um, decided to go back to physical therapy after realizing that she needed to. And, here I'm thinking, oh, she's doing so well. She's traveling abroad, walking 5 miles a day in Spain for a month. Like, if she's doing well, like, as long as I'm close to her, then I'm doing well. Um, but then you realize that, especially with CP, and I've talked to her about this, that when you get used to how things are, um, you kind of attribute things to just being like, oh, that's normal. That's just something that happens. Um, and she recently was talking to me about it, and she's really tight. So they're working on loosening up her calf muscles and her ankle muscles. And she, now that there has been some improvement, has been rediscovering her balance. And her physical therapist who I've actually had in the past, told her like your body has to relearn what's normal because for us, like our muscles can get really tight, so our bodies get used to supporting us with super tight muscles. So that's just what we get used to, so we don't necessarily realize that there's a problem. So it makes me question, what am I attributing oh, I can't speak. Attributing to just normal pain, and what's is there anything that's actually that needs to be addressed? Am I super tight? Because to me, like I'm normal, but like to a doctor, maybe they'd be like, yeah, you need to loosen up. And I try to do my stretches, but my stretches are stretches that I were given to me in high school. That was 7 years ago. So I'm still doing the same stretches from 7 years ago, but are those stretches even effective anymore? Am I doing them too long, too little? Is there better stretches that I could be doing? And that's kind of where I'm at of I don't know where to go. Well, what I need to do is go back to my doctor. Um, and kind of just have an evaluation, and he can tell me if I need physical therapy or not. But after, I graduated school, it was kind of up to me to be, be my own judge of what I needed to do. And I don't know that that's fair. Um, Not that it's fair, but that it's right, I guess I should say. Um, because I still went to my orthopedic doctor after I graduated high school. Um, but he eventually told me the same thing of, I've gotten you through what I feel is like the hard years. It's now up to you to decide if you need to come back in or not, but you don't need to come see me yearly. So it's been 2 years now. Um, and the first year was really weird because it's like, shouldn't we be going to the doctor, Dr. Simmons? And it's like, oh, nope. Like, because I went for 18 years once a year from the time I was 5 to the time I turned 23. So it was really weird. Now I'm onto my second year, and it's like, maybe I should go back. Um, because it's just for that reassurance of like, hey, you're doing well, or hey, like kind of like course correction. Because How I know to help myself is go to the gym, um, do my stretches that were given to me, but, are there things I could be doing differently? Are there specific things in the gym that would benefit me more than others? I really don't know, it's kind of all up to me. So I've fallen off the grid, so to speak. I don't have anyone here guiding me, and I don't wanna end up 5 years from now in, terrible shape. I mean, of course, yes, there's that, in the voice in the back of my like, "Hey, you need to go in." Um, and I'm kinda thinking maybe that voice is telling me to go in now. It's been 2 years. I feel like if something was to be wrong, because I do have knee pain, not constant, it's not every day. So do I attribute it to, oh, it's cold weather? Did I walk too much? Is it really, is it something that just kind of comes and goes, or is it something that's kind of warning me like, hey, you're going to need a knee replacement? And that's something I really don't want. But if I really needed it, of course I would get it. But it's just scary. Um, and that's why I want to talk about comparing yourself to others. My like quote unquote gold standard needed help. Um, so things aren't always what they seem, and Christina's doing what she needs to do to help herself, but now it's calling into question. Well, why am I comparing myself to her? Her journey is completely different than mine. She is, well, I want to say almost a foot shorter than me. My doctor told me if I was shorter, I'd have better muscle control. So even if I asked Christina to tell me what the exercises they are that they're having her do, they might not benefit me nearly as much as they benefit her. They could give me my own different. They could be the exact same, like, hey, yeah, you're both on the same level. Or hey, you need to be doing this and she needs to be doing that to receive the same results. And you can't, what's better for her isn't what's best for me. So I really shouldn't compare myself to her. It's really hard because when you see someone that's so successful and thriving, you want to be just like them. But then you realize, well, you can't be just like them because CP doesn't really allow you to be just like them. We all have our own limits and strengths and weaknesses. So I need to focus on me and what I need. So, and all I can do really is be there for, her journey. And she'll be there for my journey, but I can't compare my journey to hers because we are two separate people with two separate needs. Our bodies react differently to our CP, and we are not on the same level, and we shouldn't compare on the same level. We're on, our level, and we need to be, well, I need to be on my best level, and my best level isn't hers, and hers isn't mine, and that's what just I've been thinking so much about. And actually this video is helping me realize, like, yeah, just be the best me. That's all I want to be, and that's all I want you guys to be, is the best you. Don't worry about how someone else is doing, because you never know how they're actually doing. Here I thought she was doing great, she thought she was doing great, and it was a surprise that when she realized, oh, I actually need to go to physical therapy. um so my advice would just be continue to listen to yourself and focus on yourself. um I think I am going to set up an appointment just to have kind of a once over. And if he decides that I need physical therapy, then I will go to physical therapy. And if he decides I need a knee replacement, then reluctantly I'll have the knee replacement. But it's just kind of nice to have that reassurance. So I wish uh, it was just, I wish we never lost guidance. I know there always is that self responsibility and knowing what you need to do. But I just wish there was always that, hey, someone like a drill sergeant, like, course correction, you need to be doing this. Um, and that they would help me realize it sooner than I might realize it myself. Um, so we'll see. If well, not if, but whenever I do make that appointment and go, I will try and film that for you just to see, so you can see what it's like. Um, but I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, comment down below, kind of if you're struggling with this, comparing yourself to someone else, and share it with your friends. I post every Tuesday, and kind of a second video thrown in. Um, right now, I'm not sure. It kind of just varies. But I hope you're enjoying. I hope you subscribe, and I will see you next time.